Hi, Goodwill Church. This is Pastor Marcos, and I am joined today by Natalia. She is a Ukrainian immigrant who has been attending Goodwill Church Port Jervis for a little while now. Natalia, thank you for being here and being willing to talk to me today.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for doing this whole job. You try to do it.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
how long have you been in the United States?
I come to United States in 1992.
92.
Yeah,
Okay.
92 for a while.
Okay. All right. So it's been 20 years that you've been
more
here.
like
30
20
years.
years. Yeah.
30 years, yeah. And you still have family in the Ukraine.
Yeah, I still have a family in Ukraine. My family living in Ukraine in the east. I used to stop my morning to have a cup of tea or cup of coffee. Right now, I just look at TV, check my message on my cell phone, find out how they doing. They wake up very early morning, February 24, because start bombing. Russians start attacking Ukraine.
On February 24th.
Yeah, 24th. A mayor cities have a speech to all these people. They tell me you have to go some safety place because it's bombing. And some people go to subway. My family living far away from subway, and they went to basement.
Okay.
The basement is like basement. It's not like have a bed or something, just basement. It cold, it's not very comfortable, but for a few days it was okay. They have some food, water. They have a chance to go upstairs, have some food because they have in the house. After a while, they even can go get some food, something, because they bombing.
So the bombing made it even unsafe to leave the basement.
Yeah, they don't have any choice. Some people try to do it, is they get killed.
Wow.
They start bombing everywhere. They bombed not only military facilities, they bombed civil people, apartments, houses, kindergartens, school, even hospitals.
Wow.
Yeah, they even bombing hospitals where women have a baby. They doing very bombing. Last message when I have in my family, they tell me they have only one loaf bread and bottled water, as they can go up. They just can't go.
They couldn't go up.
Yeah, because
so one loaf
they're
of
afraid
bread.
to get. It was my nephew, wife, 2 children, grandma, 85-year-old, and dog.
Wow.
Finally, they evacuated them to the train station.
Okay.
But they sit in the train and they have to wait because they start bombing.
Wow.
They wait maybe, I don't know, an hour or something like this. Finally, they stop. They start moving. They moving more like 24 hours from east to west.
Okay.
And when they come to west, they decide to go to live country.
Okay.
Because they have a children, they was kind of not comfortable stay with west.
So they went from the east to the west, but then decided to leave, and they're now in Western Europe. But you also said you have family members who are still living in Western Ukraine.
Yes. I still have a family that live in west. It's not far away from Lvov.
Okay. Yeah.
They decide to stay there because they say it's our land, it's our country. We're not going anywhere. What's going to happen? We're going to stay here.
Stories like Natalia's are difficult to hear, but it's important that we see faces and hear stories of real people who are being affected by Putin's invasion of Ukraine. We've been praying for the Ukraine now for a couple of weeks. But in addition to prayer, we also want to be able to respond. Here's how we're doing it. The EPC International Disaster Relief Fund is set up to be able to help our denomination respond to crises around the world. Starting in March, this fund is being directed into 3 primary areas. First, we're responding directly in Ukraine. Through EPC World Outreach missionary Bruce Anderson, a missionary that we've been supporting here at Goodwill Church for years, we are able to get money into Ukraine to help the chaplains that are serving the Ukrainian military. They're providing medicine and medical supplies. They're also able to make sure that the gospel ministry of chaplaincy is still taking place, even in a difficult war zone like this. In addition to that, monies through this fund will be used to help Ukrainians get out of the country, particularly those who wouldn't be able to afford it on their own. And finally, this money is going to be used to bolster refugee help efforts in Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic. The money that you give to this fund this week and next week is going to directly help people who are suffering in Ukraine and to help Ukrainian refugees who are suffering throughout Europe. Please consider giving to this fund. You can give through the Church Center app, you can give through a special offering being held in our weekend services, or you can go to goodwillchurch.org, click on the Ukraine banner, and find out how to give there. Thank you for prayerfully considering giving to this important work.